Good game day morning, friends. It's week 4 in the NFL. And of course, the Dallas Cowboys are always the topic of conversation. Today, they're talking about, is this Tony Romo's team or Dak Prescott's? Let's go to the tape. I'm Cowboy Jabu, and remember, click subscribe. Let's get to that tape.
Dak Prescott. Play action blitz. Prescott throws on the run to the right sideline. Over the middle of Beasley. Caught it for a first down. Dak back to throw. Great protection over the middle. Written at the 14-yard line. Back to throw. Good protection. Runs up out of the pocket. To the goal line. It's a touchdown. 3rd and 2. Looking standing. Wings it down to the 5. A straight Dak Prescott's first career touchdown pass.
All right, Ian, what are you hearing about Tony Romo's back, his readiness, and the Cowboys' plan for him?
Well, Rich, first of all, I'm told that Week 8 is the targeted date for Tony Romo's return. This was the initial estimate when Tony Romo first had this back injury, this broken bone in his back, and things are going along fine. They hope that he will be back after the bye. I believe that is a Sunday night against the Eagles. Now, if you look at the timeline, 6 weeks is this Thursday. That will mean the bone is fully healed. He's been going through rehab. He's been keeping himself in shape. He has been throwing, but all of that is going to ramp up right at the 6-week mark. They are not going to hurry him back, of course, because they got a guy named Dak Prescott who is doing just fine. So at Week 8, they hope Tony Romo returns. And, of course, the Cowboys, Rich, have said everything properly, publicly, that it is Tony Romo's job, but they have left it a little more open when they talk privately.
And I had Troy Aikman on my show, called into my show last week on Monday, Irv, and he echoed exactly what you said, which is knowing Jerry Jones, he's going to stick with Romo. And I'm wondering, is this a triplet thing, or you obviously know the owner more than anybody else, right?
No,
you still feel this way?
Absolutely, absolutely, and especially now more than I did a week ago, because now Dak has to go through the rest of this year without one of the best receivers in the NFL. And when Tony comes back, he comes back with one of those best receivers in Dez Bryant. This is still Tony's team. You got to understand this now. That he's been able to win those games. He threw his first touchdown last week, his first touchdown to Dez Bryant. And now he doesn't have Dez Bryant. So, hey, hopefully he'll continue to win. I think the world of the kid. I think he is the future. But when you want to go to playoffs, you want to try to get to a Super Bowl. That's what the Dallas Cowboys are trying to do this year. You go with Tony Romo.
And I see it the same way, just because of the loyalty of Jerry Jones. He's talked about Tony Romo year after year, how he's the best quarterback or one of the best quarterbacks in the league. It just feels like he's got to get his job back when that happens. But we got to remember, it's only 3 games. If it's 8 games and they're sitting at 7-1, they're sitting at 6-2, they're atop the division, then it gets a little more dicey when you start thinking about your future. But I really love what this kid is doing, and the poise that he's shown is so above his age. And you just watch him here. You got to be able to feel that backside pressure. But when he steps up, he doesn't panic, steps up, eyes down the field, knows that guy's on his back, delivers a pass down the field. Love this kind of stuff. Saw this naked play a little bit earlier, and you see it right here. Easily panicked. There's a guy in his face, just turn, throw it away. He doesn't panic, keeps his eyes down the field, uses his athleticism, and makes a play. And then you're seeing all kinds of different things with the ability to think and see and read and hold off safeties as he does here. And then watch this throw. Watch this dive over the backer, right on the money, to allow Terrence Williams to make the run after catch. Just hold on to the ball. Hold on to the ball. But he is doing a lot of good things. And we get to game 8 and week 8, and if they're still in this mix, and you're starting to think Tony Romo's a little bit older, how much more does he have? It'll be interesting, I think, if we get to that point and they're still in this position with this young kid.
I know I said once you go Dak, you never go back. But I believe you go back one time. And you give Tony an opportunity to see what he can do with this team. And that opportunity is we need to see wins, and we also need to keep you healthy. Tony cannot afford to get injured again. He has to play the game now the way we've been saying. Throw the football away. Don't take chances. Don't try to extend plays. That's the way Tony Romo has to play, so this team can count on him, not just his abilities, but his health to lead them to the promised land.
Kurt, you mentioned the word loyalty, and that's where Jerry Jones is different in my mind than some other ownership, because Some organizations think head coaches and quarterbacks are like diapers and you change them regularly, like the Cleveland Browns. They've had 33 quarterbacks and 12 head coaches since Jerry's been in the league, okay? But Jerry's got a sense of loyalty to his guys. Whether it's Jason Garrett, who is 500, he gives them the big contract. Whether it's Tony Romo, that's been there a long time and only 2 playoff wins. You know how tight he is with guys, alumni like you. Jerry is a loyal guy, and he's going to stick with him. Now, you said the same thing. If Tony's not well, if he's not playing well, he knows he's got his guy. Dak is the future. We all can see that. But the loyalty will say, when Tony's ready, let her go.
Well, remember last year when he came back from injury, they were able to allow him to get his feet wet, kind of literally, because it was in the rain in Miami before that big Thanksgiving game against Carolina. This time around, coming off the bye, it's against Philadelphia, which may be for first place, and they're bringing in their rookie quarterback coming into the building. Maybe, could you imagine they bench their red-hot rookie for Romo coming in against the Philadelphia Eagles? It'll be a very intense scene, to say the least.